I love myself. I buy myself things. Anything that I want, I get for myself. You know, I don't ask nobody for anything.
All right, so Apples, where you from?
I'm from South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Yeah, down there, the crime land. They call it Millville, Violin, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Grew up pretty normal.
Of course, I grew up in a nice home, like a big family, a fence around the house, a pool in the back, like middle class, you know. I remember going to church, and I couldn't go to the skating rink on Saturday if I didn't go to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I lived with my great grandma, and she was so good. We would clean a lot. She had us cleaning over top of clean all the time, and it'd be like when it's time for us to go to church or something, we have to get up, go to church, go to Sunday school, stay to church. It was okay, but you know, I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But I only went because I know I could go to the skating rink.
Did you have siblings?
No brothers and sisters. On my dad's side is two girls. Yeah, but
No brothers.
No brothers or sisters. I'm the only child.
All right. And how was your childhood growing up? Did you have both parents in the house?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't have both parents in the house. I grew up like my mother. She was beautiful. She died at the age in her 40s from an aneurysm. Her boyfriend kept beating her up and everything, and somehow, you know, she just developed a brain tumor in her head. Like I said, I was the only child, and she was my best friend. Like, my mom, she liked to dance, and, well, when she left, she passed it on. You know, I look just like her. I'm built just like her, and I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about it because it's a long story.
Right. And so who did you grow up with? Your grandmother, most part?
Well, my grandmother, she, like I said, history repeats itself, and my grandpa was beating on her, and she was pregnant, and she was beaten on so much he hit her across the throat with a Coca bottle. She went in labor, and she lost the baby, and she died too. So I never got to meet her.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So growing up in your household, did you have any stories of abuse or anything like that?
Well, it was like as I got older, it seemed like my mother got a little bit jealous of me. I don't know. It was so difficult to get along with her because she started drinking. And she didn't start this stuff until she met this guy. And he was doing heavy drugs. I mean, he was doing drugs, and every time all I can remember is that every time at the first of the month, you know, because we used to get welfare, she would go out and buy him some clothes or whatever, and give him money. And she was always home with me, and she would buy her some drinks and stuff too, because she liked to drink. She just somehow developed this habit of drinking because she never did. And after he would go out, he would come back, and all I would hear is stop, stop, stop. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, he's hitting on my mom again. He hit her so hard to where he would knock her out and then run her pockets and leave. You know, it wasn't nothing I can do about it as a little girl, but that constantly kept happening, and I got taken away. And so lucky I had family. You know, I started living with my great-great-grandmother, third generation.
And did your great grandmother have any male figures in the house?
Oh, yeah. My grandpa, he's Jamaican. They were married for a long time. So it was, we lived in a big house, upstairs and downstairs. So it was beautiful. I mean, we never settled for less. We always went to Macy's, J.C. Penney's and stuff. I didn't know nothing about no dollar store until I came down here.
And how long have you been down here?
It's going on like 2 years.
And where's here exactly?
Here? Well, what happened with me was that...
Where's here, though? Are we in?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah.
And what was your story in getting to Fort Lauderdale?
Well, I've been to prison 3 times. And as I was growing up, this older guy, he started liking me. And I was going out with him, sneaking out with him. And my grandfather used to tell him, "You better leave my granddaughter alone. You're too old for her." But we kept going and going until I got pregnant. We stayed together since I was like 17. And that was all I knew was him. As I got older, my mother died. Then after that, my grandmother died. Then after that, my aunt died. And then everybody just started leaving. And the only person that was left now is me and my uncle. It's the only people left. And my kids. But, yeah.
You mentioned you went to jail 3 times?
Yeah.
What was it for?
Aggravated assault on a police officer.
3 times?
Well, yeah, actually, because I kept violating. So.
And what age was that?
That's as I got older. It was recently. I just got out like 2019.
How long did you spend in jail?
3 years.
Oh, wow, for an assault on a police officer.
Yeah, I didn't even assault him. He had my hands behind my back, and I was like, "You're hurting me." And he kept doing something back there, and I turned around, boom, hit him, and that was it.
What was the arrest for? What was the initial arrest or call for?
Shoplifting.
Shoplifting? Where?
Yeah, in the store.
Which store was it?
I ain't telling you.
That's fair. So you met a guy.
Yeah.
Was he significantly older?
Oh, he's very older, and he was very nice at the beginning. He brought me flowers and everything. I mean, he was the ultimate. And then as time got, after I had my baby, it just started. He tried to take my baby away from me, and he was so evil to me. And this last part, he was a liar and a deceiver. He would carry it to his grave. And when I came home from prison, 2019, I asked him a question. I said, "Is there anything I should know? Is there anything, that you want to tell me?" Right. "Oh, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay. So we tried to have sex. We couldn't. All of a sudden, a couple of days later, he's like, "Ooh, it hurts." I'm like, "What hurts, honey?" So I ignored it. Then a couple of days after that, it's like, "Ooh, it hurts to the touch." And I'm looking at him. He's holding his balls. I'm like, "You need to go get that checked out." So I'm in the shower, and I heard him coming in the house. I'm like, "Hey, honey, did you go get that checked out? What did the doctor say?" He says, "Oh, nothing." I just put my head down. I was like, he must think I'm still 17 or 18 years old because I know what it is, because I Googled it, and it said from being with an unclean woman, it was related to gonorrhea and chlamydia. And so I let him play it out. So he told me he had to go back for another MIR. I would just put my head down again. Anyway, so he went back, and he came back. I'm coming down the stairs, and he hands me this paper. So I give him the paper. He gives me the paper, and I said, "Just like I looked it up on Google, for being with an unclean woman," and I gave it back to him. He was like, nah. I said, "Let me tell you something. It's one thing to tell me a lie, and I can't get over it. It's another thing to tell me the truth, and I will get over it. So I'm sick of you." So I goes upstairs, and my son comes in the room. He says, "Mom, I want you to leave. I want you to leave him." So I left him.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Okay.
2 boys.
With this gentleman?
No. A different guy.
Okay. And where are your kids now?
They're grown. 25 years old. One is in Chicago. He's 18. Yeah, 18. Another one is in New Jersey. He's 25. And I got a grandbaby. I'm a nana, too.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first job?
Yes.
What was it?
Burger King. Burger King.
How long did you work at Burger King?
Not long. Because that's when I started getting into weed and drinking and stuff like that. So, you know, I wanted to adventure. I'm the black sheep of the family, you know. But I did go to school now. Don't get me wrong. I went through, you know, hit the college part. But I didn't finish.
What did you want to study in college?
It was law.
Okay. How many years did you?
I didn't do any years. I just went in and came out.
What was it that made you stop?
The being out and about with in the streets, like, you know, the glamour part of it, the lights, you can do whatever you want, you know. Because see, once I got home, I couldn't do anything, you know. It was very often that I would be able to go stay the night over my friend's house, and when I do, we go out and, you know, stuff like that. But I wasn't into boys. That wasn't the part. I was more into like going skating and dancing and stuff.
When did you get into boys?
When did I get into boys? Well, I don't think I actually got into them. They got into me. Well, anyway, yeah. Me and my girlfriend, I had a best friend. This when you can have best friends back in the 90s. And she was going out with this one guy, and I started going out with the brother. And, you know, we were kids, this and that and the third. That's when I lost my virginity there. It hurted. And I never done it for a couple of months. And then he became abusive, too. See, it's a vicious cycle that go around.
Do you feel like you are following in the footsteps of maybe your mother with some of that abuse?
Yes. And I don't know where it come from. I think it come from having good pussy. But see, I'm telling you, I don't do anything. You know, and once you hit it, you start wanting to fight and then telling these stories. Oh, you know, if I'm dancing with a guy or something, it's like you throwing your pussy in your ass, all that. We're just dancing. And then you want to twist my arm. I'm like, saying, what the fuck? So I left him too. You know? And it's like every guy that I got with, he wanted to fight. But then they always had somebody they were dealing with on the side.
Are you single now?
Yes. In my heart, I'm not.
Who has your heart?
Man, it's just always, I don't want to say, it's this guy has my heart. He really do, but it's the part of not him being here.
What kind of guy does it take to get Apple's heart?
Well, I don't know. This guy, he was sort of like scared of me, you know? So I was in control. So, and it's always, it's good guys, but bad guys that I always get with. And they be the ones that leave all the time, or the ones that take me for you know, take advantage of me because I give, you know what I mean? And now, you know, since I say no or whatever, now they can go to the next person, and I be telling them, you're going to go to jail, or this and that and the third, and then when they get into in a bad situation, they call me. And then I get in it, and then I fall in love. Mm-hmm. But how can I fall in love with somebody from a distance when I don't even know when he's coming back to me? And that's what hurts me the most. You know what I mean? So now I'm sitting up here, even though I deal with different men, that's just the only man that I want.
And why do you deal with different men?
Well, I don't deal with females at all. I like the way they make me feel. I like the compliments. And plus they very honest, you know what I mean? Like when they see me, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. Like, I can't believe you're real, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, why would you say that, you know? Because some of the girls that are on the website are not real. So, you know, but me, you know, it's like, it amazed them. And I had thought about going back to school, but online, and I did, for psychology for men, just for men. Because see, men go through things too, and women don't know how hard it is to be a man, to hold back a lot of aggravation and them tears, and you know, and have to take a lot of chaos. I mean, you got this thing called pride that gets in your way, and to put a lot of pressure on you because a lot of people try to take it.
So do you see yourself as someone who kind of relieves the pressures of the world and allow them to be vulnerable?
I see myself as a person, a real person, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm going to put this like this. I'm going to put it on strictly men because I don't know about the women. I know about the women, I already know. But the men, they're very vulnerable, you know. And they might seem hard, but that's just a facade. And they come to me for comfort, as in comfort as to talk, because that's how my time goes. I just give them some of my time, you know, time that they can't get at home. And they appreciate it. And, you know, sometimes we do have sex, I'm not going to lie. And sometimes we don't. They take me out to breakfast, dinner. I mean, who can ask for anything more?
And about how many men do you see on a daily basis?
Well, when I first started, I blew up the spot. Not lying. I was like in and out, in and out, in and out. Like one would come in, right? I'd be like, give me that parking pass, and I'd go outside with it. I'd be like, all right, see you later. And I'd tell the other one, come on. So I was blowing up. And the next day, the manager told my friend, he said, is that your peoples over there in that room? He says, yes. Well, she be having a lot of traffic. I said, that bitch ain't say company. He said traffic. Bitch, I ran it up for 2 goddamn days.
And where was this?
This was in Hollywood. Yeah.
Wow. Out of a hotel or motel or something?
It was a hotel, yeah. I was always set up very nice. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm more classy and bougie. I shop at the boutiques. I stay on the beach. I love the beach. Because I don't want to wear no clothes. I hate clothes. You know, I like to walk around in my bikini like everybody else. But see, they say I'm against the law. If I walk around with my shit, they going to tell me I can't come in. And everybody else walking in there with their little shit up their asses and stuff. Well, why I can't wear my shit up my ass?
Why do you think?
I don't know.
You're an attractive woman. You must get a lot of energy and a lot of attention from men. How do you decipher who to fall in love with and who to assume to be a customer?
I don't fall in love with my customers at all because I'm already in love. And it's just business. But somehow it gets vice versa, you know. And they don't want to be customers anymore. They want to take care of me and, you know, do all this and that. And I'm like, no, you know, because once I'm in love, I'm in love. I love hard. So, you know, you're not my type, you know. I'm stuck there. Anyway.
What's your type?
Jailbirds. That's always my type.
What is it about the jailbirds?
I don't know. They spend time with me 1 minute and the next minute they gone. And I don't like that. I'll be asking God, well, bring him back, you know what I mean? Because I don't think I can find somebody else like that. On my dad's side, you know, I go over to my grandma's house over there, and we got like 13 kids stay in the house. And we get to do whatever we want to do. So every time I go over there, we do whatever we want to do. We go run the streets or whatever. So I got more excited than the other side, than the side I was supposed to be excited in. I don't, well, whatever I went through in life, it doesn't bother me at all. You know how some people be like, oh, you know, this happened to me, that happened to me, that's why I grew up like this. I think by me being the only child, it just made me stronger. But like I said, I don't know, where was he at?
What's the hardest thing about doing the type of work that you do?
For when the hardest thing is when they get very like, what do you call that? When you say no, and it's like they get very forceful. I had that happen to me a couple of times.
Have you been raped?
Yes, I have.
Doing this line of work or previous?
No, not doing this line of work. In the past.
Something you want to talk about, or?
Well, it's nothing to really talk about because I'm over it. You know.
What age was this?
I was 16.
A boyfriend?
No, it was just a random guy. I was coming from a party. Yeah. Oh, that's my phone. Let me see what this is.
Sure.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey.
What are you doing tonight?
Nothing. What are you
Where are you
doing?
staying at? Are you still over there?
Yes.
I'm not sure if I can get free, but you want me to call you if I'm able to?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
If it's
listen. You think you can cash out me some money?
it wouldn't be right at this moment because my phone's not on me, but I'll see what I can do. I mean, I would come see you anyway tonight. So.
Okay. What time?
But if you don't hear from me by 12, call me.
12 is fine.
If you don't hear from me by 12, call me. If I call you, you
Okay.
don't answer. If you still want to see me, just get back to me in a reasonable time because, I'm at work. So I don't have, I can't just wait for a while. Like, if you get back to me, it's too late, then I wouldn't be able to
I will call you before 12 o'clock, okay?
Call me by 12 if you don't hear from me by 12.
All right, I will.
All right, talk to you soon, man.
Bye-bye. Like, he's one of my regulars. Now, you see how they be like, baby, and they hold these long conversations and stuff. Well, that doesn't ring my bell. It doesn't tickle my fancy at all. It's just like playing a role. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to love them, but you can like them, for who they are. They're just human.
Right.
They can be ugly, purple, orange, or whatever. You know what I mean? They have a brain. They can touch, they can feel, It's just excuse me. They just men.
Are
That's
most
all.
of your clients white?
Yes. Yes. Mixed up. I've been with a Russian, a Cuban, Mexican, white, black, Indian.
About how many men do you think you've been with?
I couldn't even tell you. A million. Sorry for your luck. These men for every fucking body. Shit.
Have you been to therapy before?
Yeah, but they asked too many questions. And it didn't work out. They don't know what I feel. You know what I'm saying? They're just assuming by what they have on paper. Like, when you do the answer part, answer what type of person you is, this and that and the third, and they go by that. They don't go by the conversation or what you really want to talk about. I've been to NAAA meetings. I was a real bad crackhead. Really bad. Um,
What got you into crack, or when did you start?
my my son's father, he was a drug dealer, OG. He was snorting, I snort. It wasn't crack, it was powder, sorry. It snort, I snort. And, to each his own, it always affects people different. Well, I started getting high over the way that I felt, the emotional part of hurt, and him knowing that he's hurting me. Like, he would kick me out the house when it's cold after I would pay half of the rent and wouldn't give me back my money. And I lived there. And my boy's there, and it's so embarrassed to where, I have to call my son and tell him to bring me my clothes. You know what? I done slept in the park or something because this guy, he done did something, and got caught in this fucking bullshit. Now I got to leave. And knowing I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have no family. But I always told him, I said, you know what? I'm leaving you. And you're going to be sitting right in that goddamn chair when I leave. In the same spot, I bet you he's still sitting in there when I leave. If I go there today, he's sitting in that damn spot.
What do you describe, or how would you describe what you do for a living?
Well, I used to describe it as something bad. Now I describe it as just living my best life. I can do whatever I want to do. I can fuck whoever I want to fuck. And believe me, I'm going to get some money. And it's not like prostituting or this and that. It's just like, hey, I got what you want, you got what I want. Let's make it work.
How much do you think you make on a yearly basis?
Well, if you look at my bank account, I spent like $20,000 a month.
20,000 a month. That's a lot of thousands.
Yeah,
And
all pussy money.
what are you spending this on?
Hotels, clothes. I have a savings account. I'm trying to get me a rent-to-own condo, and I'm trying to build my credit up as well because I don't have any credit. So that's what I'm doing as we speak now, building my credit up so I can get this loan so I can, get me a house or a condo or something living because it's hard out here. I've been living in hotels for almost 2 years. I put money in on these hotels. I'm a diamond member in the Hiltons. I'm a gold member on what's that, Bookings or Pricelands. I'm a VIP. I put probably 50 grand or more. It's a lot. I could have had more than this.
And why do you think you haven't?
Well, because I don't know the right people. I'm what you call antisociable. It's like this. You only see me online if you come and see me. If you do see me, you see me out to a store or out shopping or something like that. The only people I socialize with are men. I might say hi or something to a girl or whatever. But I just, I just don't associate with a lot of people. People come to me. I don't go to them.
All right.
Hello? Nothing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm on my way back to the hotel.
I'm doing an interview right now for.
I ain't worried about that.
Well, then what you want then, cat?
I was just calling to check on you.
Okay, thank you.
What you gonna need me to bring you back?
Nothing.
Oh, no more than okay.
Bye-bye. You know I want some Molly, boy. Stop it.
I will act like you know and stop bullshit.
All right, I see you.
So, are drugs a part of your life?
Of course, I have to have something to deal with these men.
What kind of drugs?
I take Molly, and I drink, and I smoke weed.
And what does Molly do for you?
It makes my pussy jump. It really does. And it gives me the energy to fuck with these niggas, you know what I'm saying? And really be into it because, see, don't no man want no woman that's not into sex. And me, I like to fuck, so, I'm into it.
Now, you said you didn't like to fuck the first time you lost your virginity. When did you realize?
When I started fucking, boy, I was fucking out of both draw legs, boy. They used to call me hot ass Tamika in school. Okay? Who y'all talking about? Hot ass Tamika? That was me.
You have any stories from school?
Man, do I? It's crazy. I used to get beat up.
By who?
Yeah. Girls.
For?
I guess messing with they man.
Oh, you didn't know if they...
Look, they ain't gonna tell me, oh, I got a girlfriend or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. So what was the criteria back then?
I don't know. It's different.
Back then, though? A boy that was cute, a boy that reminded you of somebody, or...
It was a cute boy. They were cute, sexy, you know?
Did you like the athletes, or...
The athletes. I like the, I don't like the hamburger chest. No hair. But the pump, and the flat stomach and all the stuff that goes on down there.
What kind of stuff goes on down there?
You know what goes on down there.
Do you have a preference for down there?
Where he at? He over there. That's my preference right
Your
there.
preference? Your dildo?
Yeah, that's him. That's my man.
What's his name?
Well, I call him Pinky. I know Pinky is a girl name, but he's so pink.
How often do you play with him?
Every day.
So you have sex every day?
Yes, sir.
And masturbate every day?
Every day. I love it. I play with my pussy all the time. I don't know what it is, man. It's just something I got to grab it all the time. Like, ooh. Hot ass Tamika.
Right.
So, yeah. And I'm trying to find my other one, the zzz, with the click part. Trying to find that one. See, I don't need no man. I got plenty in here. I got Pinky and Purple Rain. She's somewhere in them boxes somewhere. I'm going to get her. And I'm fine, because at the end of the day, when I do get done with these men, I sleep by myself. I eat by myself. I go out by myself. I take time with myself. I love myself. I buy myself things. Anything that I want, I get for myself. You know, I don't ask nobody for anything. If I did, they can always have it back in return. So I'm more like playing it forward. You know, with the bread that I get, I play it forward. And regardless if they done took advantage of me or they thought I didn't see or whatever, you know what I mean? I believe in the Lord and he gives me back 10 times more.
How do you deal with trauma from the past? Like witnessing your mom going through what she went through, and even losing your mom. You don't?
I don't deal with it.
Where does it go?
I don't know. But you know what? It be those days that I really do wish I did have my mom. So I can tell her some things, you know what I mean? I have some stuff to tell her. Man, she probably laugh or just so I can just talk to her. You know?
What about your dad?
My dad, he's okay.
Is he alive?
He's alive.
And you speak to him, or do you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, when I'm around. Other than that, we don't talk. He doesn't call me. Every now and then, my dad is, he's just a no call, no show.
Does your family know what you do?
My kids, I tell them everything.
How do they feel?
All right. I mean, we always been the truth with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I raised them as to where, look, you tell me the truth. I don't care if you went out there and killed somebody. When you get here, you tell me the truth that way. I know that you're right in my eyes. The cops come to the door. I don't know what you're talking about. My son was here with me all day long. Tell me the truth. And I installed that in my boys. Like, for instance, I came home one day. I was looking in the mirror. He comes upstairs in my room. He's 16 years old. He says, Mom, I got something to tell you. I said, what is it, Terrell? He says, you promise you won't get mad at me? I said, no. He says, I smoke weed now. Now, what child would tell their parent right now today that they smoke weed, or they would sneak and smoke it unless they installed the truth in them? You have to actually make your kids feel safe that it's okay to tell the truth. There's nothing's going to happen to you from there, but you'll be free of telling a fucking lie and have to tell them one lie after the other, one lie after the other. What can it hurt? So I told him, I said, so how does it make you feel? He said it relaxes him. As a mother, I'm thinking in my brain, I'm like saying, well, I wonder what's going on with my son that he has to be relaxed. So I said, well, Terrell, when it get to the point that you have to lie, cheat, and steal and do all crazy things for it, you want to leave it alone? He said, I got this. Haven't had no problem at him since then.
Have you? Do you feel like you've lived a pretty good life so far?
I lived a marvelous life. I'll be 48 December the 3rd.
Wow, you look amazing for 48.
Thank you.
Insert black don't crack joke.
Yeah, but you gotta take care of yourself because black do crack. You hear black do crack.
And what are some of the things you do to take care of yourself?
You see, all this stuff I have. I have face stuff. Because, well, when I was growing up, I got my class from my auntie. She drove the Jaguar, had the big old house. She was in insurance. She had her own business. So, I always wanted to be like her and wear the makeup and do the mask faces and stuff because I would watch her do it. So I fell into that. So over here, I have my face stuff. Stuff that I buy, but it's expensive, It works for me. I'll just buy it because what it says. It lifts something up, As you being an older woman, you want to look younger. Not going to lie.
Now, how do you take care of yourself on the inside?
I eat.
What do you eat on a typical day?
Oh, what I like? Well, I haven't had any home cooked food in like 2 years, so I either eat steak or shrimps, or I eat some Chinese food because I'm very picky. A salad. I just got finished eating some crab legs.
Now, people watching this are going to wonder, wow, you haven't eaten any home cooked food in 2 years. Explain why you haven't.
Well, because I have no home to go to.
So you've been living in hotels and extended stays
since
you've been in Florida?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And have you been a sex worker since Florida, or were you in Jersey as well?
I just started.
Oh.
It's amazing.
What did you do before that?
I was working 2 jobs.
As?
I was, I worked at, I worked at this factory that they do fruit, like oranges and apples and all kinds of stuff, like you stack, packing and stuff like that. I did that. I also worked at a nursing home. So I worked at 2 jobs, and I took care of the kids and took care of my old man, it was more like a wifey thing. I am a stay-home mom. I was a football mom. track mom. I did it.
And 2 years ago, you said you're done. You're gonna go to Miami, Fort
Well,
Lauderdale.
what happened was that I should have been going a long time ago because God was giving me the warnings. Finding stuff on his phone and stuff like that. And I was scared to leave because I didn't know where to go. So I stood there and put up with the bullshit. But then it got to the point to where I don't give a fuck if I got to go out here and lay on the ground. I'm getting away from this man.
Was it just mainly cheating, or was it other stuff?
It was lies. And he mentally abused me. Like, he was just look at you and drag me outside. It was terrible. It's the most terrible part of my life I ever had. You know what I mean? You see my face? If I can knock him upside his head, I will. I hope he's I shouldn't say that, God forgive me, but I know he's feeling some type of way right now. I can feel it.
You think he misses you?
Of course.
Well, you brought a lot to his life, I'm assuming.
Exactly. I knew how to I knew what kind of how to give him his medicine. I knew, a lot of things. It's just, I've been there with him through a surgery. I watched his foot to his ass to his balls. I did a lot of things for that guy. For him to do me dirty like that, it's crazy. It's crazy, but, I let God take care of it, because it's out of my hands.
So are you doing this more out of curiosity or survival, or?
You know what?
Because you love sex.
It's more like I'm not going to say a survival thing. It's just, I have an income. I really do. Like, I have Social Security from, my family dying. They left me some money and stuff. But it excites me. It's exciting. It's amazing how you can control a person just by the way you look or the way you feel inside. And I'm not going to say that it's the control part of it. It makes me feel like I'm somebody. Like these men.
Speaking to Mike for me.
Oh. It's amazing how you can control a person. As far as with the way you look or the way you feel inside. But can you control a person with your mind? That is the key of all of it. Letting them know what's on your mind. Sitting them down and talking to them first to see what's going on with these guys. Because once you give them your body, you actually giving them everything that you have. So when you give them everything you have to have the dignity to say, well, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This is what I do. This is what I like. And you can call me a bitch or a hoe, but I'm not no broke bitch or I'm a lady. And they call me a lady. They like what they see. I get more compliments, more. It makes me. Men are more honest with women as far as like what they like out of women. Some men like the way they walk, their legs. Some men like the ass. Some men just like it all. I have different conversations with these guys. I've done different things with these guys. I've done fetishes. Out of this world.
Like what?
I've peed on them. I shit on them. I beat them. I stick my arm in their asses. And as I'm doing that, in my mind, I'm like saying something happened to these kids. For them to want to feel that kind of pressure. So I do have an inside feeling about men as I'm playing my role. To where I know it's something wrong. And that's the spiritual part of me.
Nah, well said. I mean, they're probably being the most honest they can be with you.
The most.
You're sort of like a source of a wealth of information, I'm sure. I'm sure most of these men are in positions of power.
I don't think they have any power over me.
Not of you, but in their regular world.
In their world?
Quote unquote regular world.
In their world, they lost the power. They sometimes made the wrong choice as far as being with the women. Because of the simple fact that if you go out with a girl, okay, say, me and you go out. Oh, and I'm just the same, the same that I am now. 6 months later, I'm the same that I am now. A year later when we get married, I'm the same that I am now. If I suck dick when I met you, I'm going to suck dick when you leave. If we had sex every day, we're going to have sex every day until we fall apart. Till death do us part. Now, to get down to it, these men come to me because they're not getting it at home. Oh, their girl or their wife just stopped sucking their dick all of a sudden. That's what I call two-faced it. They were in it for something. So now you can't get away from it because she knows too much about you. And you got kids or whatever. So what you do, you sneak away to somebody like me to comfort you, to relax you, to relieve you. Because see, when a man get all bundled up and his balls get heavy, he wants to fuck. I mean, that's the big part of it right there, of a relationship being intimate. And then a lot of people can't say that it's not, because it is. You can say, the best part of a relationship is getting to know each other. No, the best part of a relationship is fucking, okay? Because if you're not fucking him, believe me, he's fucking me. Or somebody the fuck else. In order to keep your man, you cannot change on him. You gotta be the same person that you met. That first person that he fell in love with.
True indeed. So you just gave some healthy advice for women. What advice do you give to men in regards to, how to relieve that pressure and not maybe, jeopardizing the trust that they have in their relationship?
Just don't tell.
So you're saying do it, just don't tell.
Hey, they're going to do it anyway. Because if they're not getting it at home, they're going to get it somewhere else. It's just like a woman. She does the same thing. If she's not getting it at home, she's going to go somewhere else and get it. Point blank. Except men are more active sexually than women could be. Me, I'm very active. You know what I mean? It's all in between. Some men, can take off. Some men just like to be underneath their girl because they love her. And then all of a sudden, stop. No, I don't want to do it. And he's looking at her like, but we did it before. What's wrong now? So that's when I come into play.
And that's why this is the oldest profession on earth.
Exactly. And it's more like being a psychologist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Talking to these guys, calming them down, telling them don't leave their wife, just give her a chance. Tell her how you feel. Don't just walk away from her. Tell her, I need some loving, man.
Yeah, be honest. go beyond your anger? Is what you're saying? And your
Well,
frustration?
I don't think they be angry. I think they just be like hurt.
Hurt?
Yeah, because it's like they women don't want to be with them like it used. It's not like it used to be.
Mm.
You're not in love with that woman that you first met. I don't know who this woman is. Because when we first met, we were over hills, you know what I mean? We had the best fun. You know, I knew you, but I don't know this person.
So you're saying it's the woman that changes?
It has to be. Because can't no man just fall out of love like that.
So it's because I think most people would say that it's the man that gets tired. Or,
Well, if he gets tired
Mhm.
of her, then why is he still with her and coming to me?
Right.
He's getting tired of her being so two-faced it. To where you act like you don't do this no more, but you was doing it from the beginning.
Why do they do that though? Why do women change?
Well, maybe they cheating.
Mhm.
Maybe she's not interested anymore. Or maybe it was just something in it that she wanted. And he's stuck with her. Because she got kids now. You know. He can't get away from her because he don't want to walk away from her because she's all he got. He loves her though. Most of these guys, they really do love their girls. But they just want to get, a time out. Something that they're not getting at home.
And you say sometimes.
And then again now, don't get me wrong. They could be getting it at home, but it's just something that they're hiding from her and coming to get it from me. And that's what you call her fetish. She don't know that her man like to be beat against the wall. She don't know that her man like a dildo stuck up in his ass. As she knows is that he's regular. But when he goes outside that door, what does she know what he's doing? When she starts seeing little things, she probably starts saying, no, that can't be, Right? But it is.
So he shouldn't tell was your advice earlier.
Well, I tell you this, if you like to be tied up and beaten, and if you like to be dressed up in a nightgown and stuff like, men do different things. And I'm not going to say that it's not normal. It's normal because that's what they do. But they don't want to do it in front of their spouses because they might think it's stupid or it's retarded or ill. You know what I mean? They go and do it elsewhere so they feel comfortable.
So what makes you so open-minded though? Because most women or most people, like you said, would think that's weird. Why don't you think some of that stuff is weird?
I just don't. I can't think that it's weird. Because that'll turn them away.
Oh, you wouldn't make your money. So are you saying that
No, it's not like making the money. It's just that maybe some of the things that I do is weird. You know what I mean? I can't say what he do is weird. I can't judge of what he do.
Right.
It's either I want to do it or not. So no, it's nothing that anybody do in this world is weird. It's just something that they've been into.
Would you have said that before you started hoeing?
Of course, I've seen some weird things. Mm-hmm. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Back it up before I start this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I first started, it was like me and this guy I didn't know how to really do it. So me and this guy was on the phone. We were talking about taking showers together. So we were talking about taking showers, and all of a sudden, I had to go downstairs and open up the hotel door. But he says, "Hey, Apples, I'm here." It was a shock. He came the next day. Right. As I'm looking out the dark door, I'm like saying, well, where is he? All of a sudden I see these big bright eyes and and a black pupil right in the middle of it, and it just hit me. Boom! I said, whoa! Now look, usually I turn around and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Apples. But this time I was like, how the fuck am I gonna get rid of him? So I'm thinking he real dark, like real purple dark, with bright white eyes in the middle. Scary. So I'm like, well, he must have been on coke or something. So I'm like saying to myself, I'm gonna get rid of him. I'm gonna get rid of him. Mind you, I don't know nothing about being around here. So he gets upstairs and he sits on the end of the bed. And I'm pacing back and forth and he says, what did he say to me? No, I said to him, I said, man, why are you looking at me like that? And he said, did you used to dance? I said, no, I ain't used to dance. And so he was like, started digging and reaching. And I was like, man, what's wrong with you? He was like, oh, I ain't got enough money. I said, well, there's an ATM machine right down the street. You can't miss it. Knowing that there's no ATM machine down there. So he went out the door and I was like, you coming back? He said, so yeah, I'm coming back. I said, come on back now. Right? Knowing when he get downstairs, he can't get in unless I let him in. So I don't know what ATM machine he went to, but he hit the ATM machine and he came right back. And he called me. He says, hey, Apples, I'm out here. I said, you still out there too. And I'll go. Then he called me back. He says, but I thought we was going to take showers and stuff together. I said, man, we ain't taking no showers. We ain't making no love. We ain't doing nothing now. Go home now. And I hung up again. I was scared to death.
Crazy.
Yes. And then he called back again. He said, but it took me a whole hour to come down here. I said, it's going to take you a whole hour to go back. Now go home. Yo, I
Wow.
shut it down.
Yeah. Do you have a pimp?
No, I'm independent.
Have you always been independent?
Yes.
How did you avoid a pimp situation?
It wasn't no avoid because if somebody tried to pimp me, it'd be vice versa on him.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't need nobody to tell me what to do with my pussy. This is my pussy. And the only way I'm going to give a man my money is if I like him.
Mm.
So I made that clear. So ain't no need of trying to involve me in no little this and that and the third because see, hold on. J-Bub. Hello? Hello? Hey. Nothing. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, chilling. What's up? Yeah. Okay. No. It's only $80. Yeah. That's one more 20. I mean, how bad is that? See, I'm just giving it away. You know what I mean? I'm priceless. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to stop y'all bullshit. For real, though. Do you want to sit and chill? No. Who keep time but you? Huh? Yeah, the hour is 120. That ain't bad. I do you like that. I give you $20 off. Yeah. Bring that $100. I'm here in Fort Lauderdale on Federal Highway at the Budgets. Everything is fine. Yeah, it's safe. You know, you don't have to worry about no random people knocking on the door or anything like that. So you'll be good. Oh, girlfriend experience? Yeah, of course. Stop talking about my pussy, y'all.
and shit. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm aidable.
eatable, edible.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I don't know shit. Send me address.
All right, baby. Give me like 10 minutes so I can get myself together. I was laying in the bed here. I wanna
I'm in like Lauderdale, so I'm probably like 20 minutes anyway. So
Oh, okay.
address never get that way.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll send it to you now.
Alright, I got you. I got you. Send it to me now.
Huh?
Nah, I said I got you. Send it to me now.
All right, no problem.
Cool. So as long as you smoking, ain't no rush, nothing like that.
No, no, not a, no, no. I like the vibe.
Okay, okay.
All right, bye. He's a newcomer.
For sure. So what do you think he's expecting?
Well, he's expecting to come over, smoke some weed, probably sit down and stare at me for a while, you know.
You want to wait on sending that? He's not gonna like any of this.
Hey, that's on him.
Oh yeah?
I don't give a fuck. Nets.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it. This is your show.
Exactly. This is my world. But he'll wait.
True. He sounds young.
Yeah, I get him young.
Yeah. What do you notice about the young ones? But fix your mic.
Oh,
You could touch it. Yeah, there you go.
right.
Yep. What do you mean? Like how young?
The youngest I had was 19.
What was his story?
No story. Just come in, pay me, drop it like it's hot, bang, gone. I love that. In and out. Older people, they want to hug and kiss. And, all right, I'll see you later. I'm like, get the fuck out, please.
Yeah.
But, that's just a joke. I'm just joking. But anyway, you don't have to put up with so much with them. They hitting it and they go.
Right. So you like the younger ones that's in and out quick?
Yeah, I like the quick thing, yeah.
Do you ever experience pain?
Never.
How come? I mean, I'm thinking all types of different sizes. I'm thinking force.
Oh, yeah.
Young.
Oh, yeah. Oh, freak, yeah. And you know what I tell them? I don't know where you putting that at, but you're not putting that in me. You might as well hold on to it.
Really? You've said no?
Yeah, it's too much.
Oh, wow.
Got a little one down there. Bust her open like that. I don't know where. And he's still growing.
Wow.
Could be 18 years old with a man thing go all the way down to his goddamn ankles. I'm like, hey, what's your name? And how old are you? 18. I said, and you're still growing. So sooner or later, you have it all the way down to his goddamn ground.
Wow.
It'd be too long and too big. And like I try it, but if it don't go in, then, don't force it in.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they said little people can take dick, little women can.
Right.
Which we can. We take a lot of it.
Do you have an experience of taking a lot of dick?
Every day.
So that your pussy gets sore sometimes?
It had at one time when I fuck out of both draw legs. Like, if I fuck like 6 or 7 guys a day,
Yeah.
most of the time they want to eat me out. It don't be all that. But some of the time, they can't even get hard because they be so excited. Like,
Yeah.
oh, God, that's her. I've been wanting to fuck her all day.
So you're like a porn star, right?
You can say so. The videos that I have on there is exclusive.
Do you have friends in the industry?
No, I haven't met anyone.
No.
No.
Do you feel like you're truly one of a kind and that's why you're just doing your own thing?
I'm just different. I'm different. I'm really different.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure everyone wants to know how or why.
The way I walk, the way I talk, just the way I am. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I'm the truth. I'll tell you right now. Your hair don't look right. You need to turn it over on that side. Oh my God, I'm about to swallow this damn candy. Now, anything that come out of my mouth, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm liable to say any fucking thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have y'all in stitches, for real. Sit the
Tell
fuck
it like you see it.
down. I tell it like I see it, for real. I do. And sometimes I shouldn't be telling it like that because people take it the wrong way. And it's not the way, it's not supposed to come out that way that I, make it come out. I don't mean no harm, but they be like, you so you so nonchalant. Like, nonchalant. I ain't gotta talk to you if I don't want to. My mom, like when I get 70 years old, this how I'm gonna be. Come here, come on to Nana, baby. Come on to Nana. Terrell, you up there with that girl? I can smell all the way down here. Go on till I gotta go home and take a bath now. I told you about bringing them girls in here. Yeah, Nana love you too. You the only one that love Nana. Come on.
How you feeling?
All right.
Yeah, man, we just chilling,
Just
having a conversation.
Is McDonald's still open?
Probably.
It won't be open by the time you get done with me.
Need something?
It's 11 o'clock. McDonald's closed.
So it's a different business nowadays. I'm sure. Are you walking the streets or are you just strictly online?
I'm strictly online.
Yeah. Would you have done it if you would you feel like you'd get the same excitement or even more excitement if you were walking the streets?
I walked the streets already.
You did.
Yes.
Where? What part of
This is New Jersey. We didn't know nothing about being online. Me and my peoples, we walked the streets. Okay? And we jumped in and out of cars. We didn't have no rooms. We went in the woods, or we were very, very, or went over to somebody's house and rented their room or something like that. And we didn't have no time limits or nothing. The guy would just say, hey, how much is it? Hey, $300. Spend some time with you. Boom, you got it right there. Ain't no $200 for an hour, $500 for an hour and a half. We wasn't about that shit. We was just about our money. This is what we want. Because when they come for us, they come with a pocket full of money. Right. We're not setting motherfuckers up because, see, it's like this. When they come to our room or where we are, why should I set a nigga up? That's my money he got in his pocket. Bitch, if you can't get it, then leave it alone. Because you're going to jail. Or you're going to get hurt. Either you true to this or leave it alone.
So have you been arrested for this?
I have.
How many times?
1.
Oh, so how have you avoided the law otherwise?
Now?
Now, yeah.
Well, the website helped me out. As far as I am an official escort. I'm in a organization. I'm on a site called Apples Summer Search, which you cannot put in an application for that. You cannot get online to that. You have to have certain be on a certain level for you to Google up your name and say, hey, Fort Lauderdale Escort Apples, and it pops up. So I'm not on. I'm on a web. I'm not on a website. I'm on the internet. I'm all over the world. So as far as me being all over the world, I'm official. That means I have a contract out there that I have to follow. That means no soliciting, no this and that. I'm not soliciting. I'm just giving these people my time.
Facts.
And it doesn't matter what kind of time I spend with them.
Right. You decide that.
Exactly, but you know what I mean? Like, as far as the law, I haven't had any run-in with them. You know, and I'm not trafficking anybody. And if you want to get it down to it, I'm not even trafficking. If anybody I'm trafficking, it's probably myself. So how can you tell me that that's against the law? Because I'm not complaining. I'm not scared for my life. I'm not saying, oh, I'm being captured. Somebody's trafficking me and selling my pussy. No, I'm doing it. I made that choice. And for me to make that choice, that is not against the law. Oh, Lord. I guess it's that time of the day. Excuse me.
No worries. All right. Well, it is that time of night.
Yeah. That's what you call an alcohol.
Yeah.
And
Do you have a preference? Alcohol and co?
I do have a preference.
What's that?
In call. See, alcohol can be very dangerous. Because, see, I watch too much Lifetime. Like the lady in the box. The guy that put the lady in the box and put him underneath his bed. You know, him and his wife. It's just crazy. Because you never know who else you're going over. And then they take you downstairs and they do all kinds of stuff to you and hang you all up. And can't nobody find you ever and ever again. You know? And it'd be like, well, the last time I heard she was out on the alcohol.
Right.
And she never came back. Or just that she just where she is.
You ever been close to that? Like any type of death?
No, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I got something for them. I'm not playing.
That's right.
I'm putting them down. I'm not fighting. We're not putting on a show. We're not, doing all this old crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I ain't got to give you my stuff if I don't want to. I had guys like that. Let me eat it. No, bitch, get off. I'm fighting them so they can stop. This is a mess. You cannot make this shit up.
Appreciate you so much.
You're so welcome.
We got to follow up. You need your own show.
Hey.
For real.
These are the breaks. I feel like I got my little story out there, That's not a lot, but I do have a story, And it starts from when I was in Jersey, and being here is more exciting. I feel as though that I have nothing to lose. So, the interview was great, and this is my first time. Like, I think this thing is going to go viral. Like, really, people are going to love to hear my voice, and to see who really I am. Like, Apples, you're on motherfucking YouTube, girl. What's going on, And, like I said, it's not only being with the guys, it's what you're going to get out of it. Like, I have goals. Because at the end of the day, girlfriend retiring.
That's right. Any shout outs?
No. Shout out to the world. Let's get better.
Ciao.
All right.